taught it, it's like hurry up and get it done, go on to the next thing. But the kids really enjoyed it, and so I'm going to continue using it. But again, it was just kind of dilemma for me.
Which is the
It's
reason
just
for
the time issue,
Yeah.
and I mean, did I spend too much time? I don't know, you know, and all that kind of stuff. I guess I'll find out on the test on Thursday and Friday.
You know, one of the things that we debated in the, I mean, one of the reasons for making you do this, pushing you to do this, whichever is the best way, is because exactly this kind of struggle. Okay, did the lesson meet my objectives? Do I feel like students learn more, are going to remember longer? Okay, and then as you so honestly stated, maybe I need to do something different. Maybe there's a different one. And he's going to continue with his research when he looks at his test and doesn't see, okay, for this.
There were a couple more folks. Well, I mean, all of you who shared your ideas have excellent ideas. So I mean, we're not trying to, make anybody feel bad. But there were some particular things that, so Casey, can you talk about your lesson?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, I teach 8th grade integrated English and history, and again, time is really hard because not only am I teaching history, but I'm also teaching UNCT2 for English. It has its really great moments, but then when you're trying to teach like subject-verb agreement and that kind of crazy stuff, it doesn't make any sense. So my whole lesson that I did was on declaring independence, and my essential questions were, it was more on the Declaration itself. My essential questions were, how do individuals shape history? What is worth fighting for? And what does liberty mean? And I felt like maybe those were like really broad. I thought that also those could be really good journals. And my goal was to have the students recognize events leading up to independence and why the colonists finally rebelled, and then why they felt that it was necessary to write a declaration. I told my group that I like to teach it as like a breakup letter. Like you're breaking up with your girlfriend or boyfriend, and what do you do when you break up with them? You have to tell them why. And so I try to teach them that the declaration is a breakup letter of why you're breaking up with that person. Just in this instant, it's the king. So after we go through and we do a project with the revolution, it's called the Road to Revolution, and we go through and we have to write all these crazy editorials, and it's a multi-genre project. But leading up to that is that the very end of it is the declaration. And so what I do is I have the declaration. I don't know where I found this. It was just randomly somewhere, and I kind of it myself. It's different excerpts from the declaration, and it's really hard to understand if you're an 8th grader. And so what we do is we have to use context clues to find words that I've already picked up for them that I think will help them. Dictionary is the last ditch resource because the dictionary will tell you the right definition. They'll just write whatever they see first. And then they have to rephrase it in language that a 3rd grade will understand. So like the first excerpt is just the first portion of it. And this is, just an example. One of the events of life becomes important for one group to break away and become free, and these are the reasons why. So that's how they interpret it themselves. And they'll go through and do that themselves for each excerpt. I have to assign roles. And by the end of it, they actually get it. And my kids enjoy it. They think it's fun. I let one group of kids make illustrations. So I assign one excerpt, and they go and make a declaration for Dummies Wall. And they put up their illustrations. We put them in order. And so they can actually see it. That's really fun. So I use this. I also use Patrick Henry's speech to kind of go with, what's worth fighting for. He says, give me liberty, give me death. I like to ask the kids, what would you die for? And see what they say. A lot of them say my iPhone. Or like, I put up a list of things that you're not allowed to put. Like, you can't put your Coach purse, or you can't put your phone, or your boyfriend. Well, you can put your boyfriend. But, those kind of things. And by the end of it, I like to ask them what would they die for in the beginning, and then by the time we're done, usually they change their ideas. So those kind of things. Also, Nathan Hale, he's a good one to use too. So I like to use lots of quotes and stuff like that. And with teaching English, because you do it anyway. So those kind of things, it's really fun. The kids really like it, and it's interesting to see how they, what they think they interpret it to mean. So.
May I give a compliment? I think that's great because with the quotes, when they get to the state test, a lot of it, from what I'm hearing from you, a lot of the quotes are gonna be what they're gonna use as excerpts, and then, of course, the multiple choice questions. And if you're teaching them how to use those quotes, then they can be, they'll successfully be able to pick out the right response.
And I mean, you can use quotes for journals. I journal almost 3 times a week.
That's good.
And we use them, I journal based off of history.
In the 10th grade, the possibility for the writing test will be the cross literature, so that's something that's,
And so then, Ms. Hamilton, you had an example of how you help to introduce kids to how you get them excited about it. Can you share that, please?
Mr. What's his name over there?
Mr. Harvey?
Mr. Harvey. He needs to break up that, that before.
And you did the domestic tranquility piece?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
some of that other
yeah.
stuff around it? Okay.
Well, let me tell you first how this really came. When it comes down to history, I always told the children I'm going to read history alive. Because first thing, I did not want to teach history, but that was my job, so I had to read it alive. So when we got on the preamble, everybody was saying, why we got to learn the preamble? Why we got to learn the preamble? Because we need to know the preamble. Because they always ask us why we have to learn history. So we're going to break it down on your level. So we started saying the preamble and everything. But before we can really teach the preamble, the children need to know a lot of military words, the words in there, like domestic tranquility. Sometimes I turn around and break around like, hey, break 19, break 19. It is disturbing, like Woodside Court, 20 Woodside Court. She's talking about domestic tranquility. Come on, think about it. What is that word? Domestic. What does domestic mean? Oh, I know. Yeah, they was doing it over my cousin's house yesterday, They was fighting over there. Domestic tranquility. We think about that. We bring all that kind of stuff in there, and especially we're talking about what? We the people. Who the people? We the people. But then we break it down again and say, what they talking about us, African Americans, we the people. But they should have said them, everybody just get into the lesson because you got to put it on there because they already say history is boring. History is boring. So at this time, I really just like to get into the lesson so they can understand. And just like the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights was another document that we was talking about. We did the Bill of Rights, and after they finished talking about their freedom, we watched the video, Future Frights, losing the Bill of Rights. What if we did not have the Bill of Rights? To see how important it was. And that was very, very good. It's just a 24-minute video to see that there was a family went out of the country for about 5 years, and they came back to the United States, and they see they didn't have any rights. The ladies, they didn't have any jobs. They had to wear these uniforms. Think about it. Would you like to do this every day, all day? The boys, they couldn't even play on the streets. They had to be in a camp, a military camp. But you still had other people still fighting for the rights because one president took away everything. So a lot of times, when these doctrines come up, primary doctrines come up, especially on the 8th grade level, you got to, because this is the first time they've really been introduced to this. So you got to put it on their level because I tell them over and over. Next year when you get to the high school, you're going to see them over and over and over. So I just trying to introduce it to them. But I hate it because, like next year, they might turn around to me in the 7th grade because they want the 7th grade to follow the 8th grade students. What's the Lord trying to say here? But it's totally very good.
Let's tackle some of these stumbling blocks we have. And I want to hear some examples, especially from the high school teachers, because in some ways you all are the ones that are most under the gun, especially this year, right? And what can you learn from what the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade teachers are doing, because they have a little bit more latitude, perhaps, maybe, that can inform your work. And let's start with this literacy question. So if they're not lucky enough to have Ms. Morrison or Ms. Morrison helping them break their vocabulary and understand how to write an essay, and